Welcome to SEO for Businesses workshop. This is your step-by-step guide to ranking first page on Google. In this workshop, you will learn SEO with focus on implementation. Although this is a beginner's SEO training, I don't want you to get distracted by the word beginners, because a successful SEO practice is built on a fundamental principle that over time produce compound results. What exactly would you be learning? We are going to go through what SEO is, why is SEO important, how does SEO work, is SEO still relevant today, what is Google's search engine and how does it work, how does Google rank website, and I will share with you the 4 pillars of SEO for businesses. If this is the first time we are meeting, hello, my name is Siene. I'm a mom to 3 boys. I started my career in marketing industry, and in 2016, I knew that something had to change, and I started my own business to help businesses like yours with website and SEO through my Done For You services. In this workshop, you will benefit from my knowledge and experiences and learn what is working and what is not, so that you can start using SEO not only to rank your website first page on Google, but to drive quality traffic and turn those visitors into paying clients. What is SEO? SEO is an acronym for search engine optimization. It is the process of optimizing website and website pages content to be discovered through a search engine organic search results. How to understand SEO? If you are completely new to SEO, it is better to think of search engine as a library. Instead of storing books, they stores copies of website and web pages. So instead of this, we do this, and that is SEO. How does SEO works? So when someone types something into search bar in Google and click search, what literally happened is that the search engine will look through all the pages in its index or server and try to return the most relevant results. Now, SEO helps to demonstrate to search engine that your website or your web page is that result that people are looking for. What is Google search engine? So there are many search engines that many people go to find information. But what exactly is Google search engine? So Google search engine is the most popular search engine that allow people to search for information on the internet by entering keywords or key phrases. So when they do this, what happens is that Google uses technology to analyze and rank websites based on their preference to the search keywords. Why is SEO still important? There are many ways to promote your services and your business online. But what are the 3 top things that attract people to SEO? Let me share that with you. Number 1 top things that people feel attracted to SEO is a free and consistent website traffic. Here's the thing. When you pay to advertise your business on social media, you are limited with the number of people that can see your post. Is pay to play. So depending on how much you are paying and the demographic that you want to cover, that affect the traffic you will get. And this is something that normally referred to as traffic spike and declines, depending on your budget and the time that you put the ad out. But what happens when you optimize your website for SEO? The free traffic that you get from SEO has no limits. So SEO traffic is free and there's no limit to the number of traffic you can get to your website each day. Once your website ranks high, the organic traffic is typically consistent. The second benefit of doing SEO is that the people using Google are active audience. So sometimes when we send emails or we use email marketing, we send email out, and this email sometimes lands somewhere else or something like in a spam folder. But search engine traffic that we get by doing SEO is a result of people who are actively Googling or searching for information, and they are consistent monthly. SEO allow you to reach bigger audience that you wouldn't have access to otherwise. According to this research, as of October 2019, there are about 4.9 billion internet users around the world, and almost 4 billion of these people are Google users. That is a huge opportunity for you to reach massive audience that you wouldn't have access to if you don't pay to play. Another reason why many people use SEO is because everyone wants their businesses to get discovered, and SEO gives you that opportunity to do that. No wonder it's about $80 billion industry. How does Google rank website? Google rank website by 1, crawling the website, indexing the website, using search intents, content depth, and when these factors are clear, reward you with ranking. What does this actually mean? I'm going to go into detail with you. Google crawling and indexation. So these are the two things that Google do. So they simple crawl website to be able to discover new pages. And when they do that, to retain that information, they use Spider, which kind of collects the information that is publicly available online in the World Wide Web. When they do that, this spider starts to crawl the website from the known URL. So when they get to your website, they take the known URL and crawl your website. And when they do that, they follow through all the links that is already existing inside the pages of your website, which is known as hyperlinks. This crawler now discovers new pages on your website. And this process goes on and cover your entire pages that they can possibly link to your URL. And this information is collected and then stored on Google server. When this information has been stored, they need to categorize it or group it into what people can easily find. And that is where search index comes in. So they index your website pages based on the information they have gathered and be able to know the group and the category where your website falls in. And that index, search index, is what you and I are actually searching for when we type something into Google. Why does Google crawl and index website? Supposing Google doesn't use this method to crawl and index website, what would have happened? What will happen is that when you key in words or type in something into Google search bar and press search, what would have happened is that the technology would have pulled out all the content that mentioned that specific word. It would have pulled out all the website, web pages that have that specific keyword that you type into Google. And that will be a huge amount of information. We will end up being overwhelmed with all that content. So to give users the precise or close to what they're looking for, Google uses ranking to determine which website is relevant to what keyword and to what audience. And that is why Google crawl, index, and reward website with ranking. How does Google ranking works? So now we know that Google first crawl the website and then group it into category, which is known as search index. How did they determine which website merits their attention? Well, they have many factors, which I will share those factors with you shortly. But these factors can change very often. In fact, within a year, Google can make changes to their ranking factors between 5,000 to 6,000 times. That is a lot to keep up with. Then how do you then know if your website will be able to rank? How do you know what factors to put into consideration when you're working on your website so that your website rank first page on Google? Well, Google leaves you with some clues and guidelines which give you a better understanding on how it works. And also, there are third-party SEO tools that give you insight into understanding how Google reward website with ranking. One of the ranking factors that Google consider is backlinks. So now backlinks are links from one page to another page, from one website to another website. So those links, according to Google, if it is a prominent link, give sign that your website is trustworthy and the information there is something worth noticing. So the link from another website to your website is backlinks. The easiest way to understand how backlinks works is to see it as a vote. When a page receives a backlink, it simply means someone else have cast a vote on your website, which is how it helps to reward your website or help Google to understand that your website is authority and is something worth noticing. So the more votes or the more backlink you get from credible sources give your website higher authority and recognition. And the more prominent backlinks you get to your website increases the chances of your traffic that you get to that web page. Another Google ranking factor is called search intent. So search intent has to do with why do people Google stuff? Why do they type something into Google? Google would understand this by what they key in into Google search bar. And Google's job is to return the most relevant results for any given queries or any given keywords. Your job is to be able to understand the intention of the people searching for something. And how you could do this is to check out the web pages that is ranking first page on Google and see what were the things that the person that was keying in those keywords was actually looking for. Were they looking to buy? Were they looking for information? Were they looking for instruction? What make them Google stuff? You will see that if you key in those keywords on Google. I'm going to demonstrate this to you when we get to the section where we are doing keyword research. But how do you know what the intention of the searchers is? I have an example here to share with you. Supposing someone is searching for fast food cooking recipe. What do you think would be the website that will rank first page? Bearing in mind the person is looking for a recipe here. So website or web pages that will rank first page will be like an article, a blog post, a page that have a list of fast food cooking recipes. Supposing you are trying to rank your website for fast food cooker or utensils, it's not going to match the user's intent. And the reason is because they were looking for a recipe, not actually a cooking pot to buy or something of that kind. So the website this website is gonna struggle to rank because it did not match what the users were actually asking for. Now, if we kind of switch that changes around and now have fast food cooker as our keywords, we will notice that the user's intent or the searcher's intent is predominantly toward buying. And you will see that the pages that will rank first page on Google will likely be e-commerce categories pages, which are showcasing some of these fast food cookers. Then if you're trying to compete or rank for fast food cooking recipe, you will notice that you will struggle to rank for that keywords because it will not be able to match that user's intent. And as a result of that, you may struggle to get the right traffic to that keyword or to that page and be able to get the right result out of it. This is a very critical concept to understand, that when you have a keyword, you need to match what the searchers are looking for. Are they looking to buy? Are they looking for information? Those two things need to match in order for them to click on the link of your website and actually visit your website. Google ranking factor also is content depth. And this has to do with the wealth of your content on your web page. Okay, so Google doesn't have the ability to read and understand text as we humans do. But they do have ability to use technology, okay? And they have invested a lot of billions of dollars into creating very complex technology that helps them understand users' intent, content depth, and all that good stuff to be able to determine the degree of your website, to know what your website is all about. Your job is to make a job a little bit easier for Google and also for the users by providing context about your website content, okay? This helps Google to understand and rank your web pages to match the right audience. You don't want Google to guess what your website is all about and try to figure out what target audience you're trying to reach with what you do. You want to make it very clear by using the right keyword that define your website. Now, the 4 pillars of SEO for businesses, what are they? Is keyword research. And this is a process of finding out the best keyword for your website that will benefit your business and also suit what people are searching for. The second pillar is on-page SEO. This is a step-by-step way of actually using the keyword on your website to optimize it so that it could get discovered and show up on Google search results. Pillar number 3 is link building. You need to be able to build links within your website and outside your website that attract the right traffic that will give you the result. And this backlinks has to be something, or this link building process has to be something that kind of suits your business models. I will show you that when we are doing keyword research. Then the 4th pillar is technical SEO. This is a bit of housekeeping rules of maintaining your website so that your SEO efforts can still yield results. Because if you do all the works and then you are not keeping your website well maintained, it may not be able to produce effective results because it may affect the authority that your website has. So for the purpose of this workshop, we are going to focus on keyword for SEO. So there are 4 pillars, but we will focus mainly on keywords. And I'm going to show you a live demo on how you can do keyword research. There are so many different meanings of what keyword is. But in this context, we are going to focus on what are keywords in the context of SEO, not in the context of website copy. So that's a different thing, okay? So these are words or phrases that people type into Google search to find what they are looking for. That's what we are talking about when we are talking about keyword for SEO. Is what word do people actually Google? That's the one we're talking about here. Why is keyword so important? It is because it set the entire foundation for search engine optimization. You just have to know what people are searching for in order to know if those people searching for those things are your target audience. And if they are their target audience, what are they looking for? What is their intention of looking for that keyword? And use this to optimize your website so that your website show up for that particular or specific keyword for that particular audience. But if we don't have the right keyword to optimize our website for, then our SEO effort is kind of meaningless because it will not produce business results. And we are talking about SEO process that actually turn visitors into paying clients, not just giving us traffic, but the traffic that become paying clients. So we need to know what are these keywords, what are they looking for, and what are they aiming to achieve with what they are looking for. Now, how do we go about finding keyword for our website? So there are 3 steps in doing that, okay? We're going to do research and we're going to validate those keywords and we're going to find values in them before we actually use them. I'm going to show you how to do that. So what is keyword research? This is a process of finding keywords that ideal clients are typing into search engine. This is based on your niche and business model. So depending on what you are doing, what your business is doing, it will completely change the process of how you search for keywords. Now, to generate keyword ideas, you need to get clear on what is your niche, what services you have, and what are the things, the resources you have within you that you're going to give to your audience. What would your audience get from you? It's very important to focus on your ideal clients here. How do you make money in your business? It's so important because we're looking at making business value out of what we do. And then list out 5 words that you want to rank for. And this has to relate to your niche. This is called the seed that we are going to use to analyze the keyword. Step number 2 is the validation stage. This is a process of finding out business value of this keyword and the effort it will require for you to rank that keyword first page on Google. We could do guesswork, but for this purpose of simplicity, I'm going to share with you keyword research tools that will make life a little bit easier. Then when we have get to know our keywords, we want to see what value would this keyword bring to our business. What is the business potential that this keyword have? How many people are looking for this keyword? Who is ranking first page on Google already with this keyword? How much would it cost us if we want to pay to advertise these keywords on Google, like Google Pay ads? How much would that cost? And what would be other metrics that we need to consider before we use the keyword? This would help us to discover potential topic that worth our time and resources. It is when we are satisfied with this checklist that we can eventually go ahead and optimize our website for those keywords. Now, there are so many keyword research tools out there. It's completely up to you what you choose. Some are paid, some are free, some are good price, some are high end. It's completely your choice. But for the purpose of this workshop, I'm going to use this free SEO tool called Ubersuggest. And we're going to use it live right here to do keyword research. I'm going to show you important metrics to take notice of and why those metrics are important. But before we do need a worksheet, something to guide us through the process, all right? So you can create your own keyword research worksheet, or you can use one of the one I created, which will be attached somewhere in this workshop. So check that out and use it. But if you intend to create your own keyword research worksheet, it is important to follow this guide. And you will see how this guide works when we get into the section of actually doing the live keyword research. So we're going to find the keyword, which is the seed. We're going to find out search demand, how many people are looking for this keyword, and we're going to look for traffic potential. How many people will be visiting our website from this keyword? What will be the business potential? What exactly will be giving people, or what exactly would this keyword be giving us? Why are people Googling this keyword? What is the search intent? What effort would this require for us to rank this keyword or for you to rank this keyword on Google? Is it worth your time and effort? So this is a kind of worksheet guide that helps you know what keyword will make business sense before you actually use it. Now that we have gotten a bit of guide on how to do keyword research, shall we get into the action part of actually doing it so that I show you how to do it and give you that confidence to start doing keyword research and seeing how you can get your website ranking first page on Google. All right. So we're going to go to Google and we're going to, so we are now on Google now, and I've already logged into my account on Ubersuggest. So I will put the link to these tools somewhere in this workshop. So all you need to do is to go to the link. It's free. You could sign up to something if you want to. If not, it's fine. Just use it to start creating your keyword list, and then you can build it up as you want. So it allows you to do about 3 keyword research for free. Then you could use it. So before we get started doing keyword research, there's a bit of a fundamental principle we need to kind of understand as we are doing this keyword research. One is, if you already have existing website and your website is 1 year old or more, the best way to start doing keyword research is to find out how does Google crawl and index your website. When they do it, what keyword do they recognize your website with? Okay. And how you do that is that when you log into this Ubersuggest tool, you click on search by website. When you do that, you want to copy your website URL and put it here. When you do that, choose your location and click search. It's going to scan the world, the online space or Google search index, and it's going to pull out the information that Google have cropped and perhaps indexed into their server, which is kind of the identity they have about your website. Going to pull that out and they're going to show you here. And when they show you, you're going to take notice of the keywords that they already recognize your website with. And what I want you to do is screenshot that and save it somewhere, because it's going to come very handy when it comes to optimizing your website. So it is very important you get to understand, how does Google see your website already? Start from there before you make changes to your website. I highly recommend you review your website keywords if your website is at least 1 year old. Okay, that will give you a bit of data to help you understand what keyword is your website being known for, what can you do to make it better, and if those keyword is not a keyword you want to rank for, at least it has given you a starting point of what to change. Okay, but if you are completely new to the online space, to the website world, and you haven't get your website yet, or your website is below 1 year, you could still check it out. But if you already know the keywords that you want to rank your website for, the next step is for you. So what you need to do is to click here, search by keyword. So you click here and put search by keywords. And here is where you put your keywords, okay? So you type in your keyword here, whatever that keyword is that you want to type. I've already have in mind a keyword I want to use for this demonstration. Okay, so I'm going to put something like business coach, and you select the language you want to search for and the location where you want to rank first page on Google for, and then you click on search. When you do that, because I already got it here, when you do that, it's going to pull out information for you. So when you click this, it's going to put this information for you, and it's going to show you the search volume. So the search volume is an average number of people that actually Google business coach each month. Okay, so that is about 2,900 as of the time of this research. So you need to copy that and go back to our keyword research worksheet and put it under search demand. I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? Then you're going to take notice of keyword difficulty. So what keyword difficulty means is that the higher the number, the more difficult it is for you to rank, because these are the people that are already ranking for this keyword. It is your competitors with these keywords, okay? There's nothing to be scared about keyword difficulty. Rather, you want to be technically happy in a sense that it gives you evidence that there are audience who are looking for this keyword, hence why people are ranking for it. But the next thing is for you to know, what can you do to outperform those pages that is already ranking so that your website get that recognition, okay? Paid difficulty also talks about people that are paying to advertise, your competitors, in terms of if you want to pay to play, okay? You want to pay for Google Ads, you need to know how much would it cost you and who is already paying for that. And that is where you'll find that information. Then cost per click, if you pay to advertise, that's where you want to also take notice of this place that said an average web page that rank in the top 10 has about 320 backlinks and about 45 domain authority. You want to copy that and save somewhere, okay? That gives you an idea of the amount of work you will be doing with these keywords to be able to get that result. And then if you scroll down, it will give you other keywords ideas that people are ranking for this. Now, we talk about understanding searchers' intent, like understanding what is the intention of people who have actually Googled this keyword. What I want us to do is for us to, you go to Google. So when you get to Google, you click on, you type in business coach. When you type in Google and you press search, it's going to list out what people are doing to the website that rank first page on Google, what they're actually ranking for. So you will see business mentor is there. That's another keyword you could explore. It tells you which is those one are paid to advertise. So that is paid to play. But people that run organic, in organic search at website like this that talks about the 23 best business coaching services. So services is one of the reasons why people Google business coach, and also coaching for small businesses. So that person may be looking for guide or helps on how to coach small businesses. And this one that says business coaching, everything you need to know. So that is a guide. So that helps you know if this keyword will be worth going for. What exactly are we talking about here? How does this keyword research actually look when you put it in the worksheet? I've done that work for you, and let me show you. So we are back to seeing when we do keyword research, how does it actually look? So I'm going to show you that in a minute. So this is what I just demonstrated to you about doing keyword research. So we use this tool, Suggest, and we put in business coach as a keyword. We realized that the search demands was 2,900. So the traffic potential is 2,900. We want to see how much traffic can we get. I want you to start thinking about if you get this particular traffic each month to your website, what difference would that make to your business? I will leave you with that. Then what will be the business potential? So because we went to Google to see the web pages that is already ranking first page, and what we saw was that they are providing business coaching services, they are providing business coaching guides, and they're also giving us a list of how to coach small businesses. So we could do something with that information. We could create a downloadable business coaching guide for people to get. And we know that if we optimize that page or that blog post or that page on our website for this specific keyword, it will provide people with a bit of guide on what coaching, business coaching is all about. And for them to get access to that, they could join our mailing list. That is a potential client and that is a lead. So we could do that. So there's a business potential there. You could think about other ways that business coaching as a keyword could generate income for you and put it here under business potential. Now, what was the user's intent? People that were searching for this keyword, what was their intention? We went to Google to look at it, and we saw that the intention was information with comparison intention. So they wanted information, something like a guide, instruction on what to do, and they were also looking at services. They were comparing the best services coach can offer or that is available and all that pricing stuff. So we could find a way to interlink this to this to matches the intent of the searchers so that it brings us business results. Now, based on what we saw when we do keyword research with this tool, we find out that the keyword difficulty was 44. That is 44 pages of website is actually competing for this, that are already meriting first page on Google. So the higher this number, the more harder it could be or more challenging it could be for you to rank that page on Google, because there are other famous websites, so to speak, already doing it. But if you can be able to provide more of what they are doing in the way that brings you business value and also serve your audience the right way, you would be able to be rewarded by ranking. So ranking is a reward Google gives to people that matches users' intent with what they are doing. It's completely up to you to know if this keyword will be worth it or not. So that's why I put yes or no. So you have to be the one to decide that based on the resources and the skill set you have and the willingness to do the work of optimizing this keyword on your website and provide the right value for your audience and be able to match what they are looking for and be able to get the results that you want. Okay. So that is how you do SEO for your businesses. You go through the whole process, find the right keyword, get to know the keyword very well in terms of using tools to understand if this is the keyword that worth going for. Because the keyword has to be, one, it has to have good traffic number, two, it has to have business potential, it has to match what people are looking for, and you have to have the willingness to do the work, which is this place, and be able to get the result that you want. I hope you enjoy this SEO for Businesses workshop. There is a keyword research worksheet attached to this workshop. So find it somewhere, it will be attached to this workshop. So feel free to check that out. If you want to grade yours, you can use this guide to be able to create your own keyword research worksheets.